The 2010 Audi Medcup is Europe's top professional fleet racing regatta, visiting some of the Mediterranean's best sailing locations. Round 1 in Portugal delivered a hard-fought series, epic sailing conditions, with Emirates Team New Zealand leading the charge. Now the tour moves to France, to Marseille, for the second in a 5-stop tour. The Audi Medcup race village is nestled in Vieux-Port, watched over by Notre Dame de la Garde. All of the teams taking part in this year's Audi Medcup Tour are packed with world-class sailing talent, including the new boys on the block in the TP52s, Britain's Team Origin 1851. They arrived at the Audi Medcup as an unknown quantity, with one potentially key advantage having the only new boat in the TP52 class for 2010. Even so, their debut didn't deliver the big splash they were after, struggling for boat speed, due in part to their decision to sail with winglets on their keel bulb, the speed trade-off proving too costly against the high-caliber competition.
It's always tricky working out how it's going to go against the rest of the fleet, so until we started racing we really didn't have a good gauge on that. But we came away from Cascais with a few areas we needed to work on. We've made a few changes to the appendages of the boat, to the spinnakers and some other areas as well. That's been a good process for us to go through those areas and work out how we could improve, and hopefully we'll see that now in the racing.
Modifications to the boat weren't the only changes Team Origin made, appointing Grant Simmer, formerly of Alinghi, as team head in time for the regatta in Marseille.
Clearly we have a new boat, we haven't sailed in this class before, and it's a little bit like one design. You've got to invest some time to get to the front of the fleet. I'm expecting that we'll get a better result this regatta than the last one, and we'll continue to improve, and if we do that then it's been a successful season, even if we don't win in the end.
The Brits put their opening round frustrations and their speed issues behind them on day 2 in Marseille, Ben Ainsley and tactician Ian Percy combining superbly in another day of fickle breeze to elevate themselves to 3rd overall on the standings. A highlight of every Audi Medcup race week is the all-day coastal race, the Marseille version a particular favourite due to the stunning scenery and epic sailing conditions. Going into the coastal race on day 3, Team Origin are just a single point off the lead, trailing Quantum Racing and Matador. But ahead lies a true test of seamanship as the legendary Mistral arrives. With 50 knots of wind forecast, the teams would have to be on the top of their game. As the TP52s line up for the start, the breeze is tearing across the Rad Sud. Britain's Team Origin 1851 are amongst the early casualties. Their good work early in the regatta undone when their jib slips down on the first beat when they're dicing for 2nd place. Winners from Cascais, the Kiwis are the early leaders, the New Zealand America's Cup team renowned for excelling in heavy weather conditions. But on the first run, Emirates Team New Zealand jibe early, and Quantum Racing are able to get around the leeward gate first, and once in front, look determined to stay there. Quantum are first to launch into the high-speed downwind run past the spectacular limestone cliffs to Cassis and back. Team Origin continue to push hard, and are in 5th after their early setback. But Quantum Racing continue to sail an impeccable race, building a solid lead in the challenging conditions, leaving the rest of the fleet to battle in their wake. Terry Hutchinson takes Quantum home first, a repeat of their victory in the coastal race in Marseille last year, giving the 2008 Audi Medcup champions a lead of 4.5 points. Team Origin come home in 5th place, which puts them level on points with the Kiwis. With 2 days of competition still to sail, the Mistral builds in intensity. The fleet are held at the dock as the clock runs down, and the hope of a chance to complete the scheduled 10 races diminish. With the conditions well beyond the design range of the race yachts, the Mistral is declared the winner. The race committee forced to concede that the conditions are unsaleable. The Americans have halted the Kiwi 5 regatta winning streak. Quantum Racing are the winners of the TP52 Marseille Trophy.
Just taking it in a little bit, I think it's been a long time coming. You know, Team New Zealand had a really good run going, and in 2008 we won 4 of the 7 regattas over the season, including the World Championship, and so this was our first win since the World Championship in October of 2008. So it's I know everybody on the team feels a huge sense of relief and a huge sense of pride in the manner that the team endured last year through some trials and tribulations to getting the boat here at this point.
Audi A1 and Matador fill the remaining podium places for the Marseille Trophy, but overall, after 2 regattas, the Kiwis still lead comfortably. But behind them, the game is tightening up. Audi A1 remain in 2nd, while Quantum move up 1 place to 3rd, and Argentina's Matador move up from 6th to 4th, with Team Origin 1851 remaining in 5th. The next round of the Audi Medcup takes the fleet to Barcelona, where once again, competition will be fierce on the water.